Hi and welcome to another GC Mysteries video, where this time we are looking into the long-time disappearance of Genette Tate. So the girl you're looking at is Genette Tate. Now, this is a missing persons case in which a 13-year-old girl disappeared while delivering newspapers in Aylesbury in Devon in England on the 19th of August 1978. Now, despite extensive searches, Genette's body has not been found and the cause of her disappearance remains unknown. The one that makes this one a bit strange, the case is one of Britain's longest missing person inquiries and has been described as a murder investigation by Devon and Cornwall police. The reason why that's strange is because there are not normally a missing persons case and a murder case coinciding. Normally, the police will wait so long and it will be, investigations will be carried out as a missing persons case, and then a murder investigation will be launched. But by the looks of this, they seem to be doing both a missing persons case and a murder investigation side by side, which I've got to admit, I've watched hundreds of police documentaries, murder programs, you name it. I have never seen or heard of a case of a person where there has been a murder investigation and a missing persons inquiry at the same time. It just doesn't happen. Now, the disappearance of Genette Tate remains one of Britain's best known missing persons cases, and I'd hazard a guess that is because of how long she's been missing. Now I'll get to that soon, but she was aged just 13 when she went missing. And so there were obviously extensive searches. But really this one's a sad one because Genette disappeared while delivering newspapers shortly after 3:30 p.m. on Saturday the 19th of August 1978 at approximately 3:28 p.m. Two school friends saw Genette walking along Wyvern Lane pushing her bicycle. Genette had delivered 14 newspapers by this point and conversed briefly with her friends as they ascended the lane. At the top of the hill, Genette mounted her bicycle and rode ahead as her friends paused to read an article in the newspaper they had been given. Unfortunately, it seems that Genette was in the wrong place at the wrong time, because Genette was not known to have typically performed this newspaper round, and in fact had only agreed to do the job for 1 week, as the paperboy who normally did the round was on holiday. Which straight away gets me asking, had someone been watching? Was it someone close to the paperboy who went on holiday, or did they know that he was going on holiday and that Genette would be taking over? And so they were keeping an eye out on this 13-year-old girl that they knew were going to be an easy target. She didn't normally do the paper round. It just seems coincidental that there was Genette gone missing during the one and only week that she had agreed to do the paper round job. Now, Genette was wearing a white cotton t-shirt with her name embroidered in red letters on the left shoulder, light brown trousers and white plimsolls. This is the one, it starts to get a bit weird after this. It says 7 minutes later the two girls, Genette's friends, discovered her bicycle lying in the middle of the road. Several newspapers she had been scheduled to deliver were scattered across the tarmac, and approximately 25 minutes after the two girls had discovered Genette's bicycle, Genette's mother and father, John and Violet Tate, returned to Barton Farm Cottage from a shopping trip to Exeter. The girls had Genette's bicycle with them and asked if Genette was at home. When John Tate said that his daughter was not at home, he and Violet, assisted by several friends and neighbours, began a search around Wiven Road for Genette, and at 5 p.m. John Tate reported his daughter missing to Devon and Cornwall police. Now, there were no signs of a hit and run, because the bicycle was not damaged in any way, and kidnap was initially considered a possibility, although both Devon and Cornwall police and Genette's family gradually discounted this possibility. Now, an eyewitness reported seeing a maroon Triumph or similar vehicle upon Wiven Road at around the time of the disappearance, and police issued a photo picture of a man they wanted to question in relation to the incident. Now, this man was at the time described as being a very handsome individual in his early 20s with a pale complexion, short dark hair, who had been wearing a light coloured shirt. Now, luckily, in 2002, DNA belonging to Genette Tate was found on one of her jumpers that had been kept by her mother, which would allow her body to be identified if discovered in the future. And on the 25th anniversary of the case in 2003, Genette's parents, Genette's parents, it says John and Sheila, but above says John and Violet, so I think there's a difference in name, but stated their belief that she is no longer alive. Now, serial killer Robert Black, who was convicted in 1994 for similar crimes involving the abduction and murder of young girls, was subsequently questioned, and the police went to the Crown Prosecution Service to charge Robert Black with her abduction and murder, but the Crown Prosecution Service decided in August 2008 that insufficient evidence existed to charge Black with Genette's murder. Now, Robert Black has since passed away, and on the 40th anniversary of his daughter's disappearance, John Tate made a further plea for information about the case, saying, "I am not even 100% sure that Black did it. I need proof Black killed her." He said that his rapidly declining health meant that he could no longer make his annual trip from Manchester to Aylesbury, and that his final wish was to give Genette a dignified Christian burial and to be buried alongside her. Unfortunately though, Genette's father died in April of 2020, aged 77, with his daughter's case and whereabouts still unsolved. Now, Devon and Cornwall police did try to prosecute Black multiple times, and at the time of Black's disappearance in January 2016, Devon and Cornwall police were 5 weeks from submitting a file to the Crown Prosecution Service in which they sought a new decision on whether to prosecute him. The file was submitted in April 2016, but the Crown Prosecution said that due to Black's death, there would be no posthumous decision to charge him with Genette's murder. And to be fair, even if they'd have charged him, it wouldn't have made much difference, seeing that Robert Black is now dead himself. However, it is a crime that he could have committed, and a murder that Robert Black was convicted for in 2011, the murder of a girl called Jennifer Tate in 1981. A spokesperson for the Police Service of Northern Ireland commented on the striking similarities between the murder of Jennifer Tate and the disappearance of Genette Tate. But up to this day, Genette Tate has been missing for 42 years, 8 months and 10 days, and unfortunately, if it'll ever be solved, I'm not sure. But it does seem that like they only had one suspect in mind for her murder, and he himself is now dead. But if you have any info, call the police. Thank you for watching this GC Mysteries video. If you liked it, please like, subscribe and click the notification bell. If you can, support us on Patreon at patreon.com/GC Mysteries. See us on Facebook and Twitter, GC Mysteries, and bye bye for now.